Welcome back to Living Local. The Arc of the Quad Cities area works to empower people with disabilities. An upcoming education series will help parents, siblings, and caregivers become more engaged and informed about how they can hurdle obstacles, relieve anxiety, and face challenges with their loved ones. Joining us in studio is Michael Glantz. He is the Executive Director of the Arc of the Quad Cities area. Michael, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us today.
So Michael, I know that you've been on the show before, but can you remind us what the mission of the Arc of the Quad Cities is?
Yep, so the mission of the Arc of the Quad Cities is to empower people with disabilities to believe in their own unique abilities to achieve their full potential in life. And we do that through a number of services. So we've got residential services where we've got group homes, we've got community day services, we do community employment services, we do organizational employment services, assistive technology, and a whole host of services that support the individual.
Wow, such an invaluable resource for our community. Now, today we're focusing on the Parent Learning Series. So what inspired Arc of the Quad Cities to launch this series?
Yep, so the Parent Learning Series is really inspired by the roots of the Arc and really goes back to our history. So the Arc was founded by a group of parents that believed their kids with disabilities could do more in life. And so what we're really getting back to is that community organizing and getting back to that education. So we really want to educate families to really plan for their future and educate families to help their loved ones live their best life.
Michael, when you look at this series, what do you think is the main goal and purpose of it?
Yeah, so the main goal of our education series is just to get those resources so people with disabilities can live their best life. This specific series is really focusing on ensuring that people know how to plan for the future. People with disabilities are living longer lives, and so we're seeing that they're really having to plan for their future, plan for retirements, plan for living longer, and then deal with all those issues that happen that the general populations deals with when aging, but then now people with disabilities also have to deal with when aging.
And you are bringing experts in this field to present at the series. So who will be presenting?
Yep, so who's going to be presenting at this upcoming series is going to be Marianne Ellert. She's the founder of Protected Tomorrows, and she's coming to this area. She comes from the Chicago area, and so she's been an expert. She's been a leader in financial planning. She's a certified financial planner. She's been an expert out there, and she's an expert in this field, and so she's coming here to the Quad Cities, and we're really excited to have her here. She's been she's really a great, inspiring person.
Oh, that's phenomenal that you guys are bringing her in. What topics will be covered in this series?
Yep. So this series is going to focus on these upcoming classes are really going to focus on retiring for free. So that is, again, kind of gets back to that when you are a parent with a child with disabilities, and you're planning for your retirement, you also have to plan for your retirement, which is hard enough for all of us to think about our futures and plan for our retirement. But you also have to starting to plan for the retirement for your child with disabilities and to make sure that they're going to be taken care of as well into the future. And so we really want to ensure that people have those tools and resources. So that's one of the aspects. Then the next part is really about funding. So it's about when you're thinking about retirement, you have to braid in those government funding sources that you might be using, different insurance products and those things that, different life insurance products that are going to help fund that person's life. And then also we're looking at the ABLE account. So the ABLE account is a new vehicle that allows people with disabilities to save more of their money. So they've always, people with disabilities have a lot of hurdles in saving money because they oftentimes need Medicaid to help pay for their services. And what these ABLE accounts do is they kind of allow people with disabilities to save some of their money to help pay for their needs that they have in life.
Well, it sounds like this series is going to be incredibly empowering through education because you don't know what you don't know. And I'm sure for a lot of people out there, if they have loved ones with disabilities, it can be very hard because you may feel like you're alone in the situation, but you're not. And that's what the Arc of the Quad Cities exists for. And I really feel like this Parent Learning Series is just going to be such an incredible tool for people.
Yeah, you really hit that. That's a perfect example. It's bringing people together, and that is that community organizing. So we're bringing all sorts of parents together that share these same issues, and then so they can learn from the presenter, but they can also then learn from each other and the experiences they're going through. It was great. We had a class already, and it's great to see you've got parents there who maybe have kids that are only 2 years old or preschoolers, and then you've got parents who have adult children with disabilities, and it's great to see them learn from each other and engage together to share what they've learned in their life of how to achieve and succeed in life together with their kid.
Yeah, community is so important. How can participants sign up for this?
So participants, it's easy to sign up. We really want to push people to arcqca.org, and so that's our website. You click on events, and there is the Fall Parent Learning Series, and so you can learn more about the series, and you can also sign up for the series just so we know how many to expect, because there'll be some refreshments and stuff at the series as well.
Perfect. Does it cost anything for the series?
So it is free to come to this, and that is really what it's about, why we want to organize the community and educate the community and just get those resources and tools out there. So this series is free for everyone who wants to participate.
And where will it be located and at what time?
So it's going to be at the Community Health Centers on 11th Street in Rock Island. So we've got a series on November 7th from 6 to 7:30, and then we also have, it's repeating the class again on a daytime class, so Friday, November 8th from 11 to 1 p.m.
Fantastic. Michael, thank you so much for being here and for all the information.
Yes, thank you guys for having us.
All right, you guys, if you would like some more information, you can visit arcqca.org or you can call 309-786-6474. We'll also have the details posted on ourquadcities.com. More Living Local continues after the break. Stay with us.